I'm back here. Did a video about a week ago. Been expecting a breakout on this thing. Okay, hardest thing to judge is time. All right, especially short-term time. You can look at the technicals and everything, and in longer time frames, the next 3 days, next 7 days, whatever, gives you a better idea. But short-term time frames to say this thing's going to head to 50 cents in the next 3 hours. That's unrealistic. Okay, or the next 24 hours. All right, that's not how reading charts works. Okay, you can go in long and shorts on 15-minute time frames or whatever. You can short and long the market like that, but if you're holding the token to realistically, give price targets for the next 24 hours, that's not going to happen. I mean, you could get lucky and guess, but you can. All you can do is look at the charts, see what the RSIs are pointing at, look at price action, and go from there. Okay, so let's take a look here, guys. Number one, we have increasing volume down here. That's what you want to see. Number one for a rally. All right, if we go over here to Coin Market Cap. Volume is up 173%, $71 million. That's awesome. Market cap's at 245 million. Tiny market cap. Okay, smaller the market cap, the more volatile a token is. Okay, once you start hitting a billion, 2 billion, then it takes a ton of money to move a crypto or a token or a stock or whatever it is. Okay, so $245 million market cap. This thing is still really small. Okay, 71 million in volume over the last 24 hours, up 173%. That's great to see. All right, a lot of people seeing what I'm seeing here as far as price action. If you look at the crypto bubbles, look at this. This is for the past week, the top 100. All right, looking beautiful out there. Here's for the day. Nice, looking very good. Okay, looks like Bitcoin is finally doing something. Okay, Bitcoin dominance though is also really shooting up there. Okay, put a fib on the prior high over here and pull it down to the low. All right, you can see after it broke through that 702. Look at it hit the first target, the 1.618, up at 54.2%, and it hit that. Okay, hit it yesterday. You can see how these targets work beautifully. Okay, so we ended up hitting that. Bitcoin itself, this thing is broken up through that 786. Its first target is up at 36,000. All right, so we'll see if we get there, but you can see what happens after you break through that last Fibonacci level. I mean, look how this thing, after it broke through that 702, this thing went up, 18%. That's a lot for Bitcoin. All right, it's had a high of 35,157 today. Right now it's at 33,654. Having a little bit of a pullback. Kind of expected that with these RSIs getting high. The dailies at 100. The 12-hour is correcting. But look at the weekly. The weekly is still heading up. Okay, the monthly is turning back up also. So look how low the monthly is down here. It's only at a 55. All right, the weekly is at a 69. All right, so expecting higher prices out of Bitcoin, but it needs to break this 38,200. All right, the reason I say that, if you go out in a monthly, all right, look at this chart. I want to show you something real quick. All right, anybody that is familiar with Elliott waves, and I haven't seen anybody really talking about this. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, if we do not break up above this area, and technically we're right in that zone now. All right, this wick here, we have violated that wick, but I'd like to see it get up in these closing candles. 38, wave 1 closed out, 38.4. Like to see it break that, so any chance of a 5 wave down would be out of there. All right, now as far as a retracement, And we're going to look at this with singularity too. As far as a retracement, this thing would have to get up to about 48,000 bucks, right up here, 48,000. That would get it to the 618. The prior bull run back here, okay, that's exactly what it hit. You can see the all-time 2017. The retracement came up to the 618, and then it rolled over until the next bull run. About a year after that, we headed into our next run. So this would work out perfect. If we hit our 618 soon, a year from now would put us in the next, this thing in October, November, December, really started rolling to 2020. This is on the monthly. So you go from the, the high to the start of the bull run, roughly a year. Okay, so that would play out pretty close here. All right, that's what we're expecting next year around this time, the next bull run to start. So we need a retracement to come in first, though. So I'd like to see it hit that 48,000. That's going to shoot everything up. AGIX. What kind of retracement would that give this thing? Let's take a look. Did that double top up there, which was extremely bearish. Obviously, it pulled way down, but up at 47 cents would be the retracement. Okay, what's that from here? Roughly 160%. So not too bad. Every 1,000 you'd have 1,600. So not too bad. Okay, and then I would more than likely expect to pull back down until the next bull run, but not down to these bear market lows, though. I would expect it to stay higher than that. So let's take a look here, guys. We got the the monthly RSI is trying to turn back up. It's at a 27 and a 30. Very, very close to flipping over bullish. Okay, that's why I think you see the volume so high. Look at the weekly. The weekly is heading up. It's only halfway. It's at a 50. All right, so got a long ways to go. The daily is right at the top, 198. I would be expecting a correction here, quite honestly. If this is a 5-wave up, I'd be expecting a little bit of a pullback here. These RSIs are all pretty high. That one is in a corrective mode. The 8-hour is still bullish, 199. And the 4-hour is correcting fast. It's at 35. Oh, look how high that thing went down there. Went up, to an 83. Huh. All right, so if this ends up being a 1-2, could expect a pullback down to the, 0.178 area, before we start this next big wave up. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, but that's what I would be looking for. I'd be looking for a pullback down, the 0.178, and then another big bounce out of here. Okay, so if we're looking, like I said, if we're looking at short-term price targets here, that first area would be right up at, what is that, 23? Yeah, 23.234, and the 702 is up at 0.243. All right, so that's the short-term areas I would be looking at within the next few days, roughly. And then possibly these higher price targets, would have to take out that 28 right over here, and we bust through that, and this thing is really going to get going. But we got lots of volume coming in. This thing's looking great. Bitcoin's looking beautiful. That's going to keep all these things running. So, all right, guys, please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll be back to you soon. Thanks a lot.